Good afternoon, my name is Paul. In the world of luxury four-seater convertibles, I've got to say, I think the Mercedes-Benz, especially the C-Class, is right up there. The build quality is very good, the range of engines is excellent. So if you're looking for something with some power, a bit of roadside presence, something that's a bit fun to drive, then you look at the AMG versions, the 43 or the 63. Now the 63 is a great car, but it's very loud. It's definitely a bit more expensive to run because it's got the bigger engine and a lot more horsepower. But the C43 has got a V6 engine that produces 362 brake horsepower. That's lively enough to be interesting. It's mated to an automatic gearbox and a four-wheel drive system, so it puts the power down very well. It's safe, you can use it all year round. It's comfortable, you've got reasonable sized seats in the back. The car behind me is a 2018 C43 AMG Premium Plus. I'd like to show you around. So as I say, this is a 2018 car. It's done a little over 25,000 miles from new. And in those 25,000 miles, it's had 5 services, roughly one every 5,000 miles. So you'd expect the engine to feel smooth, powerful, the gearbox to feel very silky smooth and powerful, and they are. I've driven the car, it's a real joy to drive, it's lovely. The V6 sounds nice and meaty, but it's not so loud you're going to annoy the neighbours when you come home late at night. And of course, one of the big things with any convertible is you can take the roof off. So it's a nice sunny day outside, but it is absolutely freezing cold, so I'm definitely going to do this in here. And the wind noise is a lot less in here as well. But there you can see how the roof works, and then it pops the windows back up as well. So the car was last serviced in March of last year. It was a B service with brake fluid and pollen filter as well. Front tyres were new then. That was 1,000 miles ago. So that was in March of 25, only 1,000 miles ago. And although they are yearly, you've got to say, how much engine wear is this car going to have experienced in the last 1,000 miles? So, coming in closer, we have these nice AMG wheels, diamond cut in black, with grey calipers tucked in behind them. The paintwork is a lovely, lovely colour. Of course, this car is now coming on 6 years old, so you will find there are a few chips on it, which I think is a given really with a car that's a few years old. The light in here is actually very, very good for valeting because it does show any holograms and what have you very easily. So this is a pretty good indication, well, this will give you a pretty good indication of what the actual condition of the paintwork is. If I just home in, you can see there are a few little chips, but it's not overly chippy, and you can see the silver lower section. Now if I run the camera down the side of the body, that would normally highlight any imperfections in any pin dents and imperfections in the paint quality. But you can see there you've got a nice clean reflection, which is a lovely place to start. Looking through here onto the quarter panel. Again, if there was anything in this paintwork, you'd see it when you run the camera down through it. Across the back, we've got a little chip in there, a little one there. But we are just talking chips, we're not talking anything major at all. The corners all look very good. Again, the diamond cut wheels, the black and the silver contrast I think looks really good with the blue. You've got the 2 exhausts split into 2, so 4 pipes come out of the back and a silver lower rear section to match the silver front section. And if I just go along the top of the edge where some cars can wear, you can see it's all looking pretty good. It's looking nice. And then looking at the left corner, again you can see the quality of the paintwork is nice. So yeah, nothing more than some chips which you would expect from a car of this age. Again, moving the camera up and down, you can see the polishing marks. You can see a nice clear panel, no interruptions. Looking very nice. Got the BiTurbo 4MATIC, so the BiTurbo, obviously it's 2 turbos fitted to the V6. If I just put my fingers into these tyres, that confirms to me that these tyres are almost new on the front. If I put my fingers into the back, I can say these are not far behind. Yeah, the tyres are very close to new all the way around, and that's a nice start, especially at this time of the year. There we go, the screen. Now moving to the inside of the car, if I just unlock it again, because I seem to have locked it. I can show you that here we have the Premium Plus is the, so you have the standard car, the Premium Plus, and they all have more specification than the previous one. This is the Premium Plus, so this is the top of the tree. So here we have black leather with red contrast stitching. You can see we have the Burmester surround sound system. The buttons here which relate to the seat, so that is the base of the seat. That's the squab. If I push that forward, you can see that then extends behind the knee. So depending on whether you are longer or shorter in the leg, you can adjust that to suit. And you've got 3 memory buttons here. We have a heater system for the seats, and this here is an Airscarf. You can see there are 3 different heat settings on both. What the Airscarf does, on a day like today, or maybe not quite as cold as today, inside here you have vents. At the back you can see the fans and the heater mechanism. So the idea behind that is it extends your season, so you can have the roof down on a nice dry day, especially on a day like today, have the heated seats on, put the heater on and the Airscarf, and it actually means that you can stay warmer for longer. Your season is longer, because let's face it, it's not every day in a year that's warm enough to drive a convertible. If I just pull that forward, you can see the comfort access now. That seat is moving forward. It does it automatically electrically to help give more space to enter the back of the car. I'm going to just turn the ignition on and drop these windows. So I'll drop windows there. I'll drop these front windows too. It just makes my job a bit easier. So now you can see you've got head restraints, rollover protection. There is a wind deflector here which comes up, Isofix child seat systems, and you can see the condition of those rear seats. They've not seen a lot in the way of bottoms and bodies and what have you. They're very much like new. The backs of the seats are in excellent condition, as are the carpets. I'll slide that back. And then you can see the comfort access puts the seat back to where it was before, so you're not constantly fiddling with the seat once you let people in and out of the car. The tread plates are illuminated. You've got AMG floor mats, and then you have engine start stop, so this is a keyless car. Flat bottom sports steering wheel with this lovely contrast red stitching. All the buttons on here. Gear change on that side. Cruise control, a speed limiter on that side. And then here you've got this really nice kind of a matte finish, black ash kind of a finish, which is nice. It's unlike the piano black, which scratches really easily. This doesn't. This also tells me that we have, so this is the navigation system here, volume control for the radio, switchable sports exhaust, auto stop start, and retracting. That's retracting. Oh, come in. Retraction for the head, for the seat belt. You can adjust suspension here, and then you can change the gearbox setting, and you can change the drive settings to comfort, standard, and dynamic, depending on what your driving style is or what your mood is on that particular day. Now I'm going to start the engine. So foot on the brake. You can see here, not a huge amount of fuel in it, but they very rarely do when you first come in. 25,333 miles. Now you can hear that 6-cylinder engine. I'm just going to pop around to the back of the car. When it's on cold cycle, it opens up the exhaust baffles, so you get a nice sort of a nice burble come out of the back, and then you'll hear as it comes off the cold cycle, it all calms down, the valves in the exhaust close, and then you end up with a really nice, a nice quiet noise. So you have the choice to have something which is going to be nice and quiet if you're coming home late at night, or something a bit more raucous if you're feeling in the mood. Inside. I'll turn the ignition on. So here we have the roof switch, although earlier on I did it with the key. And then you have USB interfaces and what have you there. In fact, I will start it because I need to put it into reverse. So to put it into reverse, this is the gear stick. I just move the gear stick up. You can now see it's engaged the rear camera, and that's a really nice clear camera. You can see the registration numbers and what have you on the cars behind. And then put it back into park, you press the end button in, and it goes back into park again. The red stitching extends across the top of the dashboard. If I click onto the menu, I can now see I'm on temperature. I can use this dial, I can turn it and move it backwards and forwards and press it, or I can use this as a trackpad, and you can dial with this with your finger. So you can see various different options here. Now if I go and press back, I can now show you that I've got radio. If I move that up, telephone, vehicle, a nice easy system to use. All control from down here, so you're not tempted to look over when you should be doing something else. A nice easy car to use. Up here we have rain sensors and light sensors, automatic dimming rear view mirror. As I say, when you do want to have a nice noisy exhaust, you can, but it doesn't have to be there all the time. So if you're on a long journey, as I say, if you're coming home late at night, it just makes everything a bit more comfortable. So, as I say, just over 25,000 miles, 5 services. Last service in March last year, which was a B service, 1,000 miles ago. And it's a very nice looking car indeed. I hope you like the car. I hope you like the video and find the video useful. If you'd like to know more about the car, please visit our website, www.bramshawebv.com. Drop us an email or a text or WhatsApp, or simply pick up the phone and speak to us. We'd love to talk to you about it. Thanks for watching.